Okay, we're here in beautiful Rotterdam, but it isn't quite the trip that you were hoping for. You were going to be involved on Sunday night here at UFC Fight Night.
Yes.
Not happening for you. Tell us first off what's happened and why you're off the card.
Yeah, what happened? It was like a nightmare actually. I came back from Thailand from the training camp, and I was in the airport, and I tried to at the security check. Tried to pull out the laptop, the computer out of the backpack, and I had problems with my hand to grab that, and I was like, something is wrong, Then during the weekend it got worse, I felt like I'm losing permanently strength, and I got like a tickle sensation in my fingers, and I thought, this is not okay, this is not how it should be. And then I went to the hospital, and they actually want to keep me there, and I was like, man, excuse me? And they told me it could be something really serious. And the next day I got an MRI done, and it turns out I have disc prolapse. And to treat that, you got to have an injection. I want to know, like, if I can do that, and from the UFC. They saw the pictures, and they said, you can't fight with that. That's the end of the story, actually.
So how long do you anticipate being out, and are you in a position where you know that you can make a full recovery and get back in there later this year?
To be honest, the doctors I talked to, they said there's a good chance to make a speedy recovery, but I have to take care of that now, and I have to take care of that really seriously, and I have to. The thing is, today they got announced that there's going to be the Hamburg card. And I would do anything to be on that card, and I can't have a greater motivation to get back fast now. Like when I heard I wouldn't fight this weekend, I was standing in front of a big hole, and I was really desperate. But now it's like, maybe it could be like an awesome comeback story.
Yeah. And obviously you played a starring role in the promo that they put up on the big screen.
And I love that. I love that. I want to get that.
Give me a you and all that stuff. Yeah,
yes,
that was great. I mean, given that you've had to deal with the disappointment at this event, how much of a boost was it when you were actually given the news that the UFC are definitely going to be putting on a show back in Germany?
It's like sometimes, in Germany we have a saying, there's always something good and everything bad. And when I saw that, I got so excited. I was backstage, and I was looking up and seeing the trailer, and all the memories got back from last year and the year before, and maybe it's destiny. You know what this is good for. And I promise you, I'm going to be on that card. I'm going to do everything possible to be on that card.
And what does a fighter do when they get a serious or relatively long-term injury where they're out for a number of weeks and they're not able to compete? I mean, obviously you guys get paid for showing and for fighting. So when you've got an injury, what do you do to sort of make ends meet? How are you relatively comfortable in that regard, or do you have to do other things outside? I know obviously you've got your television career, which has been very good and has been going very well with Disa Kaminski's, is that it?
Disa Kaminski's, yeah, but actually there's there has been like a huge development right now as well, because Run Fighting is pushing to get on the UFC on the German market. They are a new televised channel for fighting sports, combat sports. So I'm going to try to help and push that. And actually I don't know if some people realize that, but I had quite a huge impact on the political scene at the beginning of January, writing an article about the refugee situation in Germany, because I was a former police officer, and I could speak about that topic maybe a little clearer. And it turns out, I touched the nerve of many people, and I was like in almost every German television show, and it had nothing to do with MMA. And there's also right now I'm working on a book.
Right.
So there's a lot of things going, but my main focus, of course, is to get back. So I'm not scared that I'm in a hole or in some miserable situation. I'm okay, but nonetheless, it sucks not to fight, and then to get that to have to clarify that you are able and healthy first.
And you were due to fight John Tuck, and I know you met him in the hotel shortly after you arrived. And we were talking about this earlier in an interview that we didn't quite finish, which is why we're doing this now. you were talking to him, and obviously it sucks for him too, because he was preparing to face you, and now he's facing a complete newcomer in Josh Emmett, who's making his UFC debut.
Yes.
So when you met John in the lobby, tell us how that conversation went.
First of all, I felt really uncomfortable. I felt also embarrassed because, you know, the guy that pulls out of a fight like a week before the fight, you know, generally is the asshole. You know, I'm not sure I could say that, but you know, there's always like the suspicion, you know, like why did he really pull out? You know, maybe he didn't feel, like maybe he was scared, and you know, I felt really uncomfortable like to see him, because this situation really sucks for him. But he was really humble, and his team as well. They were really understanding. They were saying, you know, injuries is nothing you can control, and they said basically get better. And I was really yeah, you know that feeling when you think you're going to get, like, I don't know, not slapped, but you're going to get like a bad reaction, and then somebody's really nice to you. You know, it surprised me, and it also made me feel better.
So what's the plan for you now? I mean, obviously you were very keen to come over and be
Yes.
here at this event anyway.
Yes.
So what's the plan for you? What are you hoping to get out of this week?
First of all, you know, I want to be here for the German fans. That, you know, there's plenty coming over and buying tickets. Not only for the German fans, for the fans in general. You know, I got contacted by like some people from all over Europe, and you know, I feel sorry that I can't fight for them. So that was my intention, to get there and be there for them and talk to them and have a drink or two with them. You know, that they see that I care. You know, it really sucks not to, because they are your bases. You know, they are your. It's like a family, like a backup. They cheer you up, they build you up, they give you. Man, I got so many messages of people like saying that they are sorry, and they wanna, like, they even gave me like tips what to do, how to recover. You know, it's really the big support. You know, and usually I would have loved to hide under a blanket and not to talk to anyone, because this situation just sucks. You know, and to be there like today, I almost got like tears in my eyes when I was sitting there, and you know, everyone got cheered, and you know, you work so hard to be there, and then like it just gets taken away from you. But to be here for the fans and to touch base, that was basically my intention.
And this is a brand new market for the UFC. This is the first show.
Yes.
In the Netherlands, we've got a lot of combat sport fans in the Netherlands. This will be the first MMA show.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm from England, and we're still gathering new fans to the sport all the time.
Yeah.
So, as someone who, you know, you're working with in and around the sport, you're in there, you know, doing it in the octagon, and one of the elite athletes in the world. What can people expect when they buy a ticket or they turn on the television and they're watching the UFC for the very first time?
The thing is, today when you were in that in the Ahoy like arena, and you just like got a sense of the energy during a weigh-in. I mean, I got goosebumps, you know, when at the main event, when Overeem and Arlovsky like met each other on the stage. I mean, that energy, it was pure passion of the fans. They stood up. It was like the president of the universe was entering the room, like that feeling. And you know, this energy, you can get a sense of what is going to be the next day, when there's going to be like 15,000 fans going bananas for fight and combat sports and for the athletes. And to be honest, they don't care if you win or lose. You know, they are passionate about that. It's like a ritual, you know, to be there and to be part of that society. So if you turn on the TV and see MMA and UFC events for the first time, it can be that you feel like you see like a different culture, or maybe a different planet, you know, because it's something very own. It's something very you can't compare it to. I've been to different events, but you can't compare it to other combat sports, I believe.
And obviously, you know, the hope is that you're going to be back fully fit, and on that Hamburg card.
Yes.
What we're going to see from Nick Hein when you're back fully fit and fighting on home soil in Hamburg later this year.
You know, to be honest, you know, I tried to prepare. I went to training camp in December because I wanted to be ready for the London card. I wanted to put myself there London eventually didn't work out. Then I stayed in Thailand and prepared for the Rotterdam card. It didn't work out as well. Now I'm going to train in Germany, then go to the States, go to LA for a while, and then from there go to Thailand again and have my third preparation. So I got the triple preparation for this fight. You can imagine how huge the expectations are on myself. I got it's easy to say you're going to see a new level, la la la, blah blah blah. But I spend a lot of time, energy, and also money on that. If that doesn't do anything, seriously, maybe then I should play golf or something. I really am passionate about that, and I'm taking that seriously, and I'm not playing around. And people who know me, of course, it's easy to say Conor McGregor is spectacular, Overeem, like the big knockouters, they're spectacular. For me, it took some time to get on that level. When you are like training, for example, in German soil, sometimes it's difficult. So it took me a while to get that level, and I had to go internationally. Now I try to improve that. I learned. I try to raise the stakes. So yeah, we're going to see. To be honest, I'm pretty confident, and I wanna showcase that finally after the third training camp.
Great stuff. Well, all the best. Hopefully the injury heals up fully.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully we're next time we're talking at a UFC event, it'll be because you're on the card and you're fully fit and we're good to go.
Hopefully I will be then really drunk and happy after my win, because it took a long time. It was a long way.